Day 22. Importance of Yagya in Gayatri Sadhana. Gayatri and Yagya constitute a pair. Gayatri has been called righteous wisdom and Yagya is righteous action. Coordination of both solves all problems. Yagya may be performed as and when it is convenient. It can be done by chanting mantra and offering ghee and sugar into the fire. If it is sought to be made still more brief, the purpose of symbolic ritual of Agni Hotra can also be fulfilled if a grit lamp is lighted, incense stick is burnt and Gayatri mantra chanted. If even this little work cannot be formed, it should be done on any convenient day, at least once in a month. Those who are not acquainted with the procedure and expert persons capable of performing the ritual as well as necessary materials are not available can ride to Shanti Kunj for performance of the Yagya. Yagya is performed daily in the morning at Shanti Kunj for 2 hours in the Yagshala. Yagyas at a large scale are required to be performed to purify the subtle environment and destroy pollution permeating the atmosphere. It infuses religious fervor and enthusiasm in the participants, and they also get an opportunity to take a vow to give up one vice by the way of Dev Dakshina and adopt one virtue of righteous tendency. In this way, big yagyas help in inculcating ethical values. The meaning of the word yagya is to do sacrifice, charity, and worship. Its practical message is that one ought not to spend his entire earnings on himself and his family, but should also distribute a part of it for the welfare of others. It also implies that divinity and gentle manliness should be respected, and people should live together in mutual cooperation and loving kindness. Gayatri and Yagya. Gayatri and Yagya form an inseparable pair. One is said to be the mother and other the father of Bharatiya Dharma. They are interdependent. Gayatri Anushtan cannot be considered fully accomplished unless it is accompanied by Yagya. In old affluent times, Agni Hotra used to be performed of 1/10 of the quantum of jap, but now, in view of prevailing circumstances, ahutis are given in 1:100 ratio. Those lacking in requisite resources fulfill the requirement of Yagya by performing 1/10 additional jap. There is a reference in the scriptures to a famous dialogue between Janak and Yagyavalkya. Janak went on pointing out difficulties in performing Yagya, and Yagyavalkya, while emphasizing the essentiality of performing Yagya, suggested alternatives one after another. Yagyavalkya said, if charu and other articles of Yagya are not available, food grains of daily consumption can be offered in Havan. If food grains are not available, one can do with herbs and vegetation. If they are not available, mental Yagya can be performed by offering meditation and prayers in the symbolic fire of reverence and devotion. It has thus been emphasized that not only in Anushtan, but even in daily sadhana, Yagya is essential along with Gayatri Jap. In emergencies, housewives used to utter Gayatri mantra and offer 5 morsels of first chapati in the hearth. The daily routine of Balivesha is nothing but a short form of Havan. The purpose of symbolic worship of Agni Hotra can also be fulfilled by uttering Gayatri mantra and offering ghee and sugar in the fire of lighting or grit lamp and burning incense sticks. The celebration of Holi is nothing but a form of collective yagya performed once in a year. Yagya is an essential part of every auspicious religious celebration, whether it's in the form of offering ahutis and sacrificial fire or burning candlesticks, incense sticks or grit lamp. Our scriptures describe one of the names of God as Yagya Purush. In Shatpath, Yagya has been described as Vishnu, Yagyovan Vishnu. In the beginning of Rig Ved, Yagya has been described as Purohit. The importance of fire of Yagya has been stressed in all Vedic literature. In Agni Naya Supata Rai, an ardent prayer is made to Almighty God to lead us on the righteous path as contained in the words Diyo Yona Prachodayat of Gayatri Mantra. Yagya is essentially linked with all traditional religious functions. None of the essential 16 purification rites, Sodash, Sanskar, right from birth till death can be celebrated without performance of Yagya. The ceremony of Yagyopavit is intrinsically linked with Yagya. It combines the ideology and philosophy of Gayatri with the performance of Yagya. In marriage ceremony, it is essential for the bride and the groom to perform Yagya and take 7 rounds of the fire of Yagya. Circumambulation of the sacrificial fire alone is the visible proof of solemnization of a Hindu marriage. The last rite in the series of 16 rites is the funeral rite, in which the dead body is put on the funeral pyre, set fire to, and a kapal kriya piercing of the skull is performed with ghee by way of purnahuti. The ancient tradition of yajna incorporates the principles of theoretical knowledge and applied science and contains in it all the elements of material elements in the seed form. It is a sacred process conducive to the welfare and happiness of the individual as well as the society. The meaning or purport of the word yajna is an act of celebration of self-giving which aims at the highest universal good, an act which is generous, magnificent, noble and magnanimous. Yajna is a Sanskrit word which has three meanings: divinity, organization and charity. These three virtues can be said to be triple divine currents of individual and social transformation. Divinity means refined personality, divine virtues. Organization implies unity, cooperation, team spirit. Charity implies generous sharing, devotion to society, and considering the entire universe as one's family. All these three tendencies are thus combined in yajna, and it can be said to be the flaming torch of knowledge. It inspires man to translate higher sentiments and motives into righteous deeds. Coordination of knowledge and action creates the ground for making progress. Righteous deed, which is known as tap, and true knowledge, which is known as yoga, are the basis of spiritual progress. The philosophy underlying Jivan, life, yajna, is to make a man great by adopting the philosophy of self-sacrifice. It has been stated in the Gita that a man who eats without giving to others is a thief. He commits sin. A man should eat the leftover of yajna. Devta, divine beings, attain divinity only by yajna. This is nothing but propounding the fact that in individual life, man should not be selfish or self-centered, and his actions and behavior, he should demonstrate sincere devotion for the welfare and upliftment of the society. This is a highway leading to all-round happiness, progress, peace and tranquility of the individual as well as society. There is no other religious medium as powerful as yajna to educate the public mind by explaining the subtle implications of sacrifice, generosity and benevolence for purifying the individual and making the society capable and competent. According to Rigveda, the fire of yajna, although speechless, acts as a purohit, spiritual priest, and inspires people in achieving all-round progress, happiness and peace. If the philosophy of yajna is fully understood and assimilated in practical life, circumstances can be created for the emergence of divinity in man and descent of heaven on the earth. These ideals have to be lived for changing the present era and building a bright future. It is said that Devtas performed yajna and attained divinity. Emergence of Brahman element in a man is possible only by yajna, otherwise devoid of it. Man is no better than an animal. Performance of yajna has been said to be the main function of a Brahman. The essence of yajna is the common good, universal peace and happiness. The chariot of human life runs smoothly so long as different parts of the body work in cooperation with each other. Everything will be topsy-turvy if selfishness or non-cooperation predominant in social life. Take for instance, example of a cycle of water. Clouds get water from the sea, earth gets water from the clouds, river gets water from the earth, and sea gets from the rivers, and thus there is a growth of vegetation and greenery everywhere, and the thirst of all living beings is quenched. If there is an interruption anywhere in this cycle of unhindered giving or sacrifice to this earth will become like a hot iron plate. Similarly, living beings thrive on different vegetations which get their nourishment and diet from the urine and feces of the former. Living beings inhale oxygen emitted by the tree, and the latter thrive on carbon dioxide exhaled by the former. There is also a similar mutual give and take between human being and animals. This is the philosophy of yajna, of give and take, around which the entire universe revolves. All outstanding problems find their solution when these righteous tendencies are nurtured and properly followed. Their neglect, on the other hand, is bound to result in mutual strife, disharmony, and destruction. The Gita states that the Prajapati, God, created man and yajna simultaneously and directed the human beings will enjoy peace and happiness if there is glad spirit of yagya, give and take in them. This great principle of promoting universal good is known as yagya, way of life, and Agnihotra is just a simple sacred ritual to educate the public mind. There is one more aspect of yagya which relates to the environment. It plays an important role in purifying the atmosphere, neutralizing which has been polluted to the extreme by vehicular emissions and gaseous pollutants by industry units. The energy produced by yagya is extremely effective in killing the germs and several diseases. In ancient times, physical ailments and mental disorders were successfully controlled by yagya. We must rediscover and further develop the science of Yagyopathy, treatment through yagya, which is equally effective in healing physical as well as mental disorders. The process of fumigation and vaporization by burning herbal medicines in the sacrificial fire is a subtle and very effective and efficacious method of healing. Treatment of Yagyopathy is effective in eccentricity, evil habits, criminal tendencies, and similar other mental disorders with which a large number of human beings are suffering these days. Broadly speaking, the main result of performance of yagya is showering of parjanya. The gross meaning of parjanya is clouds, but its subtle meaning is pran or energy. In recent times, when there were famines, ancient times when there were famines, people used to perform special Agnihotras which resulted in rainfall. In fact, Parjanya is the subtle element of pran which is created by yagya, and people derive benefit through the air and clouds. All creations, animate as well as inanimate, gets a special upsurge of energy and vibrancy through the showering of Parjanya, which leads to all-round growth and progress. The greatest advantage of yagya is purification of the atmosphere and environment. It also influences all aspects of personality of man. His thinking is regulated by getting proper direction and inspiration, and thus a sound basis for refinement of human tendencies is created. Performance of Gayatri Yagya at a large scale plays a very important role in creating a beneficent environment. An individual, society, or nation can prosper only on the basis of knowledge and science. Knowledge means learning, wisdom, discretion, farsightedness, goodwill, generosity, and judiciousness. Science means strength, efficacy, power, resources, prosperity, and capacity to create abundance. In ancient times, India was rich both in knowledge as well in science. Knowledge these days is based on what is actually seen or experienced. Science is based on machinery. This is not only less fruitful and more laborious but also temporary. All the knowledge which is being amassed by professors, research scholars, and so-called learned person does no doubt add to physical knowledge, but it does not help at all in inculcating spiritual upliftment, benevolent outlook, and a spontaneous feeling of self-sacrifice for the sake of public good. Modern knowledge makes people more and more selfish, self-centered, and self-indulgent. Although there have been marvelous achievements in the field of physical, scientific development and research, it has at the same time proved extremely harmful. Production of food, grains, and other crops have remarkably increased with the massive use of chemical fertilizers, but the food so produced contain elements which are injurious to health. Machinery has no doubt increased manifold our production of goods, but can one imagine how long-range damage is being caused by poisoning the atmosphere due to pollution as a result of ever-increasing industrialization? Scientists are very much worried over the fact that much before the end of the next century expires, all stocks of coal, fuel, oil will be exhausted, and huge factories, machinery, etc., which are working at present will become idle. Production of energy by atomic devices is most expensive, and it is also bound to adversely affect the environment even more seriously. The basis and knowledge and science was quite different in the ancient days. It was, unlike today, spiritual and not materialistic. It is now scientifically accepted that everything we see by our naked eyes is available in far more quantity in the subtle or astral world. Rishis in the past realized this scientific aspect, that atoms of all the matters exist in the universe are available within the mind and body of a man. On this basis, they conducted scientific research through different sadhanas and awakened powers which lie hidden in human mind and body. This research in the ancient times used to be conducted on the basis of Gayatri and Yagya, which were regarded as a mother and father of knowledge. Methodically and systematic worship of Gayatri awakens divine powers hidden in the body and the mind, helps in spiritual growth, refines the intellect, and develops deep insight to handle the life problems calmly, confidently, and wisely. When dissolved, Ved mantras are chanted and yagya is performed by offering samidhas, havi, charu, etc. in the sacrificial fire. Radioactive vibrations are created. These powerful vibrations can be transmitted to any part of the world or any particular person or to achieve some specific object. They can be used for causing rainfall in the form of parjanya, promoting growth of food, grains and vegetations, and also for enlivening or infusing life and energy in the atmosphere. The power realized through yagya can also bring about positive changes in ideas, feelings, circumstances, and environment.